we go. Let's go.
Deadpool 1 was a hard-R rom-com anyone could enjoy. Deadpool 2 was a love letter to action comedy fans.
All right.
Now, in Deadpool's next adventure, they're only speaking to nerds who fight in the comments of r/movies.
I don't like you. You never did.
Yeah, see, that's funny, because behind the scenes of Blade Trinity, Wesley Snipes had issues with co-stars Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel, a story notably relayed by Patton Oswalt in his appearance on Pete Holmes. I'm sorry, what's that? Oh, okay, I'll shut up. Sorry. Deadpool and Wolverine.
All right, first off, yes. Are there moments in this that are kind of like, you could almost say deep cuts? Sure. At least in my theater, I'm pretty sure it was, because some people didn't understand certain things. So I'm kind of with them on a couple things there, but let's see how it goes.
Now that Ryan Reynolds has smartly diversified from acting, and Jon Favreau is running creative at Disney.
Aim for the middle and you'll never miss.
Prepare for another forced march down memory lane. It's not as bad as The Flash. It's not as good as No Way Home. But it's got more embarrassing celebrity cameos than a party at Diddy's house.
Wow, embarrassing.
From the legendary to the Odyssey.
This isn't a car. This is a Honda f***ing Odyssey.
The heroes to the Honda.
I take it all back. The Honda Odyssey f***s hard.
The small roles.
Dude, you're up.
To the minivans with top scores from J.D. Power and Associates.
So how does the Kia compare to the Honda Odyssey?
I love generating value for shareholders. I mean commercials. I mean movies. I love movies. Right? Even though he lives next to Bluey these days, Deadpool is still just how you remembered.
This is baby knife. She's gonna f you in the face now.
Yes, he knows he's in a movie.
I love this part.
Suck it, Fox. I'm gonna give you hand.
He knows he's Ryan
I
Reynolds.
love that part.
The rest of my life like an annoying one-trick pony.
And he knows that if he doesn't make a joke every 6 seconds, people will start to think about the plot. And you do not want to do that.
The multiverse does not need a babysitter. We need a mercy killer.
Because this time, the TVA, they are, sorry. Phase 5 told my brain to go soft focus anytime someone says multiverse.
Comes back from the void. Tell that to Cassandra Nova.
If you squint, you can pretend Tom is talking to a different Logan.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Regardless, if the Logan from Logan dies, the universe fades away, like Steve Carell leaving The Office. So Deadpool has to replace Logan, even though he's still alive, since that film takes place in the future.
It's 2020.
This has to be the most convoluted setup for a film about two guys making dick shows in a van. Can we just drive Charles to Taco Bell together?
The new quesalupa from
Oh my God.
Taco Bell. Get it with chicken. Get it with steak.
Hugh Jackman has returned as Wolverine because divorce is expensive.
I have a feeling your work is only just getting started.
Wow.
He'll finally put
That
on
was
the
low.
costume. But since this is Disney we're talking about, every old hero has to establish what a sad sack piece of shit they become first.
You might not know about it, but
I love how Harrison Ford was on there twice.
apparently I'm the worst, Logan.
Thrill as Hugh Jackman gives a fully committed, intense, Oscar-worthy performance.
I walked away. They called after me and I walked away.
Which, like, thank you, but was that necessary? This didn't tip you off? Should I also be crying this scene and it's 20 me? Does it matter? Get back in the Honda Odyssey? Righto. Watch these immortal warriors clash in a string of brutal, vicious, completely anticlimactic fights that are pointless even by the standards of a genre where no one stays dead for 3 consecutive projects.
Sure.
Oh, come on. And we're only truly punishing on Marvel's overworked VFX teams. But this movie knows fans have been desperate to see these exact fights their entire lives. Source, themselves.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Get your special sock out, nerds.
It's gonna be good.
Let's give the people what they came for. These people have waited decades for this fight.
I mean, look, he's not wrong. But you don't have to call us little piggies while you feed us the slop. Let this little piggy keep some dignity.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
together. DPNW
Okay.
will be banished to the void, a big field
my
outside
God.
of time and space, where comic book fights are easier to shoot. And there's plot justification for more surprising cameos. As in, I'm surprised I remember any of these people at all. There lives Cassandra
Surprise.
Nova, Charles Xavier's secret evil twin.
Oh God. Is that the little?
She may share Chuck's accent and
Little animal.
hairline, but not his distaste for using Omega-level powers to ruin your day. Unless they're critical to the plot, in which case, a light fingering will do. She's generic, forgettable,
Light.
and her plan makes no sense. Wow, Deadpool really has joined the MCU, huh? So strap in for a cinematic version of one of those Who's Who in the Marvel Universe books.
Elias is in this thing? From Loki season 1, episode 5?
That sidelines the entire Deadpool ensemble not named Peter.
This is true.
Test well in the focus group, particularly Cable.
Goes light on the central love story that grounds the franchise.
Sir, my girl is kind of had it with my shtick.
And will delight exactly one generation of moviegoers for months to come. Because once this era is over, there's going to be a lot of awkward silence where the pause for cheering moments go.
Please clap. Okay, no. Literally. This was the theater I was in. Mostly, yeah, like mostly. We saw it in IMAX. And this is the theater I was in. me and my boss, we went and saw it. We were getting hype. Everybody else was kind of like, Blade shows up, Gambit shows up, I was kind of upset. I wish I was in a better theater for the experience. But No Way Home was the same way. Watching that now, the certain scenes play weird. But in the theater with everybody, it was great. This was dope. Come on. I like how they're not playing the music at all either. Like, you know, that adds to it. It wasn't literally just like this. With the sound effects. Okay. All right, honest trailer. Like your parents did in
Maybe
Endgame.
Disney will just buy up whatever the next generation cares about. Like Minecraft,
Oh,
Five Nights
God.
at Freddy's, or Skibbity Toilet. It's so much worse than I thought.
It's already happening.
Starring the merch store called, and they're running out of you. The Greatest Logan, Princess Di, Time
What?
and Prejudice, the van that's not in this movie, The Adventures of Pete and Skeet, Not Another
Okay.
Teen Wolvie, Jenny from the Flop,
Oh,
Day Player,
they're not
Close
lying.
Up Magic Mike, He Cooked, Spade Wilson,
Oh God,
Sim
Spade.
Pool, Tim Pool, She Has Some Notes Pool, and Carpool.
Let's go sell some
Okay.
pre-owned vehicles, motherfucker.
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. Wow. Okay, that was actually pretty
Want to do
good.
some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
Wait, the guy who greenlit Secret Invasion is anti-cocaine? I'm not buying it.
All right. Okay. Look. Let's check a few things out here real quick. Look, all right. When it came to the piece on the movie technically being before Logan, didn't we get some like multiverse like, you know, homework on that? Like as far as like how time works and all that kind of stuff. Wasn't there some? I mean, because he goes ahead of time and Logan's already dead in the beginning. Then he goes back to his timeline and that's still before Logan, the movie. So I couldn't he have just gone to a different moment in that time before Logan actually died. I guess it still wouldn't have worked for this type of story they want to tell, but still, I kind of, there was a moment where I was like, he could have just gone earlier if he needed that particular Logan. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Okay, so Loki talked about it. Wasn't there something about time being linear or something, or there's some kind of answer there? There is some kind of answer there. I'm pretty sure there is. There's some moments in this where I'm kind of like, look, Are you reaching? Are you looking for some moments here just to make a joke? Yes. But there's also some moments here where it's like, well, all right, they did talk about the same thing from what I remember in the Spider-Man No Way Home on this trailer, about how a lot of these intros of classic characters won't hit as well on a rewatch. Same thing's gonna be for this one. Like, it's just the way it is. Because of the way that it introduces them. I think that's what it is. Maybe introduce them in a different way. Probably would have been a little bit cooler. If it was like an actual action scene and they show up, that probably would have been a little bit better. But yeah, it was still pretty funny. Still pretty funny. I'm not pissed at it like I was with Loki. I will say that. So that part I'm okay with. But there's little aspects here or there where it's like, okay, now you're just being a little bit nitpicky. Also, when it came to, Chris, I'm with you there. I'm definitely with you there. The reason or the whole purpose of the cameos being here, it worked for what this story was trying to tell, and the fact that the Void was a part of it. And all these characters are there because they got sent to the Void for different reasons. In No Way Home, I still hate that Pete's friend, I can't remember his name, but Pete's friend was able to use a sling ring and summon the other Peter Parkers from the other universes. That I still hate that. I still hate that. It's cool with how it came because of the spell that that Doctor Strange did, that them getting there, but how they show up initially, I hated. Was it dope and exciting in the crowd? Yes, but like the parameters around it, I didn't really care for all that much. So that was just me. But yeah, no, it was oh no. This was still good. It was still good. I still enjoyed it. I'll give it to them. But overall, I do need you guys' thoughts in the comments below on this one. Again, it's going to be a versus when I'm putting this together with my original reaction to the pitch meeting for this. So be on the lookout for that if you haven't seen that one. So it'll still be fun. But I will say, I'm not as mad at Screen Junkies for how they put this together. Even though, again, a lot of the deep cuts in this one, people probably just didn't know. I'm sure there was a lot of people that probably didn't know that Channing Tatum was going to play Gambit at one point, unless you're watching, movie news and rumors and castings and all that kind of stuff. Probably had no clue. Still cool to see no matter what, but you probably just have no clue. And some of the dialogue and stuff. But Deadpool, this is a place for that. A Deadpool movie, this is a place for that because it's, he's breaking the fourth wall all the time. So it works in the context of this movie. I still think Deadpool 2 is a better movie because the plot of this one is just okay and the villain sucks, but that's Marvel. MCU Marvel. Fox Marvel has their moments, but Deadpool 2 I still think is a better movie overall. That's just me.
Oh, you have a Deadpool movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
He looks worried.
Oh, I feel like you're a little scared.
Well, this is our first time diving into this crazy R-rated stuff like this.
That's right.
So just, be gentle.
You got it, sir. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, so you know how at the end of Logan he died that heroic death?
Yeah, beautiful ending, very emotional. Well, at the start
Right
of
from the
this
start.
movie, Deadpool's gonna dig up his decomposed corpse and kill a bunch of guys with his bow.
Oh my God! Hey, you're okay. You're okay.
Like, hold on.
So anyway, in 2018, Deadpool uses the time travel device from Deadpool 2 to go to Earth 616 and meet with Happy Hogan and try to join the Avengers.
He's from several movies. Oh boy, that's a very fun cameo.
Okay, if that's your reaction to that cameo, that's the tip of the cameo bird. Oh, it is.
Yeah, one of the main audience reactions I'm going for with this movie is, hey.
That's the most satisfying way to say hey.
Pretty much.
I agree.
So anyway, 6 years later, Deadpool is brought into the TVA by this guy Paradox, who tells him his timeline is dying because the anchor being Logan has died.
Anchor being? Yeah, each timeline has one and can't keep going without it.
What about the millions of years before anchor beings are born? And if them dying kills the timeline, does that mean they're all supposed to be immortal? I have so many questions.
Shut up about all of them. It's just a reason for Deadpool to go find a Wolverine.
There we go.
So before Paradox Mercy kills
Literally,
his
that's
timeline,
it.
Deadpool grabs a TemPad and goes to search for a replacement. Oh, wow.
Which was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's going to be a very fun multiverse montage. There's going to be a short Wolverine. There's going to be one played by Henry
Comic
Cavill.
accurate.
He's from Argyle.
That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Wait, what? Why that movie? I still got to watch the pitch meeting on that and the movie, but why does it go to that? Not Superman, None of the other
There's
stuff.
going to be one played by Henry Cavill. He's from Argyle. Yeah.
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
the cameo.
Listen, sir, are you going to react like this to every single cameo?
Yes.
Well, cameos are
Yes.
kind of one of the main things we do in this movie, so maybe I
Yeah.
should just list them all for you, get it out of the way.
Oh, I don't know if I can handle that.
Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
He's from the Fantastic.
I know. Then there's Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Garner as Elektra, Daphne Keene as X-23. We've got Channing Tatum as Gambit, Aaron Stanford as Pyro, Tyler Mane as Sabretooth. We've got Toad, we've got Juggernaut, we've got Nathan Fillion, Blake Lively, Matthew McConaughey. Sir?
Oh my God.
Is he gonna be okay? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Is he in a coma?
I don't know. Wait, do you think I'm a doctor?
Well, dang it, I told my wife this white jacket she got me would make me look like a doctor. I'm just
Do
another
you think I'm a
producer
doctor?
guy.
Oh wow.
Well, can I keep pitching my movie to you?
Sure, let's go.
So anyway, I was telling the other producer guy, the movie's going to be a great vehicle for cameos. What were the cameos exactly? I'm not going through that again. So anyway, Deadpool finds the worst
my God.
Wolverine, and then the TVA sends them to this void filled with superhero cameos.
Okay.
That's right.
This Wolverine doesn't like Deadpool, so they're going to fight a bunch. Don't they both regenerate? They do, yeah. There's going to be just a ton of stabbing with no stakes.
That's right.
And Deadpool's going to crack a bunch of jokes about how Disney and Marvel isn't good anymore. Stuff's going so bad. It's kind of hurtful. And how multiverses just aren't very
it was hilarious.
compelling. Just to be clear, this is a multiverse movie, right? Yeah, but if you point out the thing you're doing, that makes it okay
Yeah.
for some reason. I'm breaking the
Apparently.
fourth wall. And I'm okay with that. So anyway, now Deadpool and Wolverine need to get
Walk
out of
right
this
up to the
cameo
camera.
void to go save the timeline.
Okay.
So some bad cameos bring them and Johnny Storm to the leader of the void, Cassandra Nova.
And what's her deal?
Well,
Bad
she's Charles
cameos.
Xavier's twin, so powerful mind, baldiful head.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but she's evil.
Why?
Because she's antagonistic.
Got it.
She's gonna absolutely
That's why.
decimate Johnny Storm.
She couldn't
rip
even
his
say
skin
why.
off, turn him to blood and bones.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I figure we continue the trend from Doctor Strange where a Fantastic Four character dies a horrible death. Kind of a weird trend to develop, but okay. So then Cassandra leaves Deadpool and
Sure,
Wolverine
why
to be
not?
killed by Eliath, the big smoke monster from Loki.
From
He
Loki.
doesn't just kill them too? No, because the movie's not done and they need to escape, so they escape.
Oh, good for
That's
them.
right.
And then they're going to meet up with Blade and Elektra and X-23 and Channing Tatum as Gambit. Channing Tatum never played Gambit. No, sir, but he almost did. And let
It
me
was
tell you,
close.
people that paid attention to casting news in 2014 for films that were ultimately canceled are going to love that cameo. Pretty specific target you're aiming for there. And I intend to hit it. I imagine you will. So
Probably
Wolverine's gonna
didn't.
have a nice scene with X-23.
My theater was very quiet, but you know they knew who the character was, but they were just like, "Oh, cool." You know, I was like, "Oh, there we go," even though it was spoiled for me before I watched the movie. But still, I still enjoyed it because I knew about it. So
23, and she's going
It
to
is
make
what
him
it
feel
is.
better about all the X-Men dying in his timeline.
That's sweet.
And that convinces him to be heroic, so they go confront Cassandra again.
Very exciting.
And they get her to open this big old Doctor Strange portal hole to go back to their
That's
timeline.
Strange holes are tight.
But now Cassandra decides she wants to destroy all timelines.
All the
and
producer
just
guys
keep
are the same?
void.
Why?
Because it's the time in the movie when we raise the stakes.
That's right.
Okay.
So she sends like 100 Deadpool cameos
little
to
random.
fight them. They're all Deadpool, so they all regenerate. Well, there's one nice Deadpool that doesn't have that power, so he dies. But other than that,
That's
this
right.
is a giant fight scene where none of the fighters can get hurt. Yeah, there's
That's
no
right.
way they're not all going to be okay, but it's going to look very cool and be an entertaining way for an audience to spend 3 to 4 minutes of their time, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? I guess you're right.
nothing wrong with that.
So Cassandra wants to destroy all the timelines. Yeah, but they find out that if they cut power
Oh
to
my
this
God.
time ripper machine, they can save the day, but it'll kill whoever does that.
Wow,
right.
so it's going to be impossible for both of them to survive till the end of the movie.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an
Because they both do
inconvenience.
it.
Oh, really? Yes, he turns out it would kill one person, but they both use their bodies as conductors, and so they're okay.
That's right.
Yeah, the power of two.
Oh, that's got
Oh,
a nice
God.
ring to it.
I'm going to mention that to the Star Wars team. See if that inspires them. That sounds like it's going to be good. So anyway, then there's a happy ending, and the whole movie's just kind of a love letter to the superhero movies
Is
that came
it?
before.
Is
a
it?
love letter to what's come before. I
Thank
like
you.
that. Yeah, you know, a
There we
nice
go.
way to say goodbye to the past and let it go.
No, I don't like that part. I'm not going to do that part.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Hi, this is Ryan George from The Thing You Just Watched. Please enjoy this slideshow from The Thing You Just Watched.
I love how he's doing this. Why? Oh my God.